the music! Keith. The game was played in 1858, not 1885. It's wrong. Start the music. Good Abend. My name is the Duke of Brunswick. I want to tell you what happened tonight when I was at the opera. I have the opera box, and I have the chess set in the opera box. I wasn't going to play chess tonight. I was just wanting to watch the opera. My friend, the Count Isambard, he come in and he say, let's play a game of the chess. I said, I don't want to play the chess. You play the chess. Why don't you go and play the chess with the American, Morphy? He's down there in the cheap seats. So he leans over the balcony and he starts shouting, Morphy, Morphy. But Morphy, he'll just ignore him. So I lean over the balcony and say, hey, Morphy, you ran away from Stoughton. Well, that got him. He come running up the stairs and he demanded that he play a game of chess against Isambard. Not me, Isambard. Anyway, Morphy took the 5 pieces and he opened the 1 e4. Isambard played e5. Morphy hit the pawn with knight f3. And Isambard, he defended the pawn with d6. Why not? It is the Philidor defense, named after the French player. Was not the very good player. He's not the German player. Also, he was not the Tarrasch. Tarrasch hadn't been born then. What am I talking about? Anyway, after d6, Morphy played d4. Isambard pinned the... Shut up, Keith. Isambard pins the knight with the bishop g4. So pawn takes pawn, bishop takes the knight, queen takes the bishop, pawn takes, and bishop to c4. Now Morphy is threatening the mate. And you must remember, I was not playing this game. It was between Isambard and the Morphy. And I really thought that Isambard would miss the mate. The game would be over. We could all watch the opera in the piece. But no, Isambard found knight f6, which stops the mate. Morphy played the queen b3, which hits the f7 pawn, and also the b7 pawn. And Isambard played the cunning Isambard move of the queen e7. Why do I say it's cunning? Because if Morphy plays the queen b7 here, Isambard plays the queen b4 check, the queens will come off. And this Isambard, he just loves to play the game of chess with the queens off. So Morphy did not play. The queen takes the b7, Morphy plays the knight c3. Not so bad move. It develops a piece. Why, yes, in the opening stages of the game, that's all you should be doing, is develop the piece. I was not playing the game. I was just watching from the side. Anyway, after the knight c3, with the b7 pawn is now still under attack and has drawn no checks with the queens off, so Isambard has to play the c6 to protect the b7 pawn. And I want to look at this. He has the queen on e7 is protecting the b7 pawn, the e5 pawn, and the f7 pawn. This is good, yes? No. This is bad. That is what you call an overwrought queen. Ha! Anyway, the bishop, then Morphy brings the bishop out to g5 and pins the knight against the overwrought queen. Now then, Isambard has his other plan. He plays the b5, and he's expecting the bishop to drop back to b3, and then he will play the queen b4 again, and again the queens are swapped up. The queens swap it up. Isambard loves to play without the queens. Morphy did not play. Morphy did not play the knight back to d3. After b5, the Morphy he played knight takes the b5. Well, Isambard took the piece as quick as anything. Sloosh! The piece was gone, and Morphy played bishop takes b5 check. The king was in check. You look on Isambard's face, you just knew that he did not expect the attack. Anyway, what happened next is very funny. Morphy turns around, doesn't look at the board, and looks at the screen, looks at the stage, the stage. He's looking at the stage. And Isambard, he played king d8 here. The man is an idiot. So I kick him under the table, and I say, no, you cannot do this. And he looks, and he goes, shrugs his shoulders wide. So I put my hand across and I show him. I say, bishop takes f6, queen takes, queen d5 check, you lose the rook in the corner. Oh! So what he does, he takes the move back, and he plays knight b7 instead. Morphy turns around, and he plays castles. Now see the castle, he's hitting the pin piece on d7. So, the next move for Isambard is quite easy. He plays the rook d8. No, it's not easy, because he didn't. What he does then is very interesting. He actually gives Morphy £2 and says, go and get some chalk ices. So when Morphy was away getting the chalk ices, stop the music! £2, Keith. It's Paris. It's 1858. Different currency. Start the music! So what happened next was Isambard gave the Morphy €2 and says, go and get the chalk ices. So Morphy's away getting the chalk ices. And I said, wait a minute, what are you doing? He says, look, I've got him. I plays the Queen E6. He plays the Bishop takes F6. And now I plays the Queen B3. And it has the Queens out. And he's so excited. And I said, well, look, you can do what happens. He plays the Bishop takes knight. This is checkmate. And then he goes, oh, and he gets all upset. And you know what he does then? You know what happens then? What happened then? He knocks the pieces over. He knocks the board over. There's pieces everywhere. And Morphy is coming back with the chalk ices. So we quickly set the pieces back up on the board. And then Isambard, I've forgotten his name, but Isambard plays the rook D8. Morphy plays the rook takes D7. Isambard plays rook takes D7. White plays the rook to D1. Black plays the queen E6 to try and get the queens off, because Isambard just loves to get the queens off. But the move here, queen E6, is not too bad, you see, because it now unpins the knight that was on F6. And Isambard thought that Morphy had missed this, because Morphy played bishop takes rook check, knight takes rook, and now Morphy played the queen B8 check. And Isambard just took it quick, whoosh, whoosh. The knight just took the queen, whoosh, whoosh. Oh, well, after the queen's I just sat back and chuckled. Because Morphy just played the rook D8 check. Well, what happened then was Isambard stood up and started clapping. And everybody around started clapping. And I'm sitting down opposite Morphy and everybody is clapping. And everybody thinks that I played the game. I never touched the board. I never touched the piece. And I stand up, and to my horror, there's a man standing behind me who's written the moves down. And he gives me a nod and he disappears. I am going to go down in history as the man who lost the most famous game in the world, and it wasn't me, it was Isambard. It's gone. He's on the phone. Keith's on the phone. I'm going to shut down. My name's Geoff Chandler. Thank you very much for listening to me. How do you shut this down? That's a piece of there. There's an advert for Rampant Chess. Okay. What else we got in here? Oh, yep. Oh, there's an advert for me. Look, channel corner, blah, blah, blah. I really don't know the address. Rampant Chess, let's get that back. You can buy a copy. That's a book that me and Keith wrote. You can get that from Scottish Chess Supplies at co.uk. He wrote it down for me somewhere and I've forgotten it. Keith, I don't know how to stop this. Ah, Keith, you're back. Stop this. Oh, God. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Thank you very much for listening to YouTube of The Night of the Opera by Geoff Chandler and Ruxton, who's disappeared.